I'm back again. I'm back again. It's match day. Arsenal taking on Southampton at St Mary's Stadium, part two. The lineups will be out in the next 15 minutes, and we're going to run through it and have a bit of a reaction. And that is coming up right about now. Big up, big up, big up. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It is match day, as I just said. Arsenal taking on Southampton at St Mary's, part two. Obviously, part one was a load of bollocks. We got absolutely outplayed in that game, and hopefully we'll see something a little bit different tonight. The team lineup should be out within the next 10 minutes. But before we get to the team lineups, and obviously we're going to do a reaction to that. Hopefully, Mikel Arteta has learned his lesson. Hopefully, we are going to see a better team and a better performance today. But I just wanted to ask you guys a couple of questions. Get it in the comments section. Get it in the chat. Let me know, what do you want? What would be your team lineup for tonight? Forget about Mikel Arteta. Let me know what your team lineup would be in the comments section right about now. There's rumours that Kieran Tierney could be out. There's also rumours about, I can't remember the other player as well. There was somebody else. It's slipped my mind, but yeah, of course, Aubameyang as well. Aubameyang's got a few issues at home. It's looking like he's probably not going to start either, or even be involved at all. And the only worrying thing about that is, where's our goals going to come from? But we're going to have to find a way. We are going to have to find a way. Southampton, I'm hearing rumours that Ryan Bertrand is out. I'm also hearing rumours that Kyle Walker-Peters is out as well. So that could be a big boost to us. But guys, please let me know in the comments section. And don't forget as well, smash a like on the vid. But let me know in the comments section, what would your lineup be for tonight's game? And what do you think Mikel Arteta is going to go with? I've got a couple of comments here. Chris is in the chat. Big up, Chris. Good evening, Brandon. I hope that your daughter is feeling much better and the missus and yourself are all okay. Did you hear anything about Tierney not being available for tonight's match? Yeah, we're all good, mate. We're all good. Like I said before, no signs, no symptoms of it, although my daughter did test positive. And we're all good, mate. We're all good. We're still rolling the content out. My missus is fine. My daughter's fine. I'm absolutely fine. And our 10-day isolation period is over on Saturday. Thank the Lord, because I'm not sure I could stick just sitting in the house and doing nothing for much longer. Although I have taken the time to make a few changes to the channel. You'll notice that I've got a new logo now, a new banner as well. If you haven't already, go and check them out. Yeah, I am making a few moves. I'm hoping to start getting some better equipment soon. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I need to get some better equipment to bring you guys even better content. And as regards to Kieran Tierney, there are a few murmurs that he's got a bit of a calf strain. Hopefully he can overcome that, and hopefully we'll see him in the starting 11. Thanks for tonight's watch along. I will be here while I watch the match. Mate, keep up the good work. I love your content, Brandon. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, like Chris just said, of course, there is a watch along on my channel tonight. Only the second watch along that I have ever done on the channel. The first watch along was the boring draw at Crystal Palace. So hopefully this game won't be as crap as that one. And hopefully we'll be celebrating at the end of that this game an Arsenal win. So guys, please, 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 even if you're just watching the game at home, make sure you come and tune in. Come and get yourselves in the comments section and, ask away questions, just to help the game pass, because we know what's going to happen. Arsenal are probably going to come out sluggish in the first half, because we do all the time. It's probably going to be a bit of a boring game. But then again, I could be wrong. But yeah, come and tune in later. 8:10 for the watch along. Leo, have the lineups been announced yet? No, not yet. We're waiting 5 more minutes and they should be announced. And like I say, hopefully Arteta will have learnt from the mistakes that he made at the weekend. And hopefully we can get 3 points. We need to get 3 points because our next run of fixtures is very, very tough. We've got Manchester United on Saturday. That will be a tough game. I know we've already beaten them once this season, but they are sitting top of the league at the moment. They're on a great run of form. And you know what? I really do worry about that game. And if we don't win tonight, I struggle to see where the next win's coming from, to be honest with you. And we could be back in that situation that we was in not that long ago, just before Christmas, sitting down in 15th in the league. That could potentially happen again, or it could go the other way and we could have a brilliant run of form. You just never know with Arsenal, you never ever know. Big up Red Lucifer in the chat. Big up. Always been a supporter of the channel. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Leo again says, Brandon, could Arteta change your mind in terms of sacking him? Could he end up like Ollie or go like Frank? I've always said, right, some Arsenal fans won't change their mind on Arteta unless he wins the league. Now, I think that's an unrealistic expectation, given the squad that we have. I do, however, want Champions League football. That should be the minimum expectation as an Arsenal fan, and that is the bare minimum as well. Big club like Arsenal should always be in Champions League, and we did do that. We qualified for it consistently under Arsene Wenger, but we have now been out of the Champions League for it's coming up for 5 years now, or 5 seasons, should I say? And that's not good enough, So the minimum expectation for me is Champions League football. If Arteta gets us Champions League football, whether that be through the top 4 or by winning the Europa League, then it will have changed my mind a little bit, But until that happens, my mind's not changed on him. He's made far too many mistakes this season. I can pick out of our 8 games that we've lost in the league, at least 3 or 4 of them have been down to Mikel Arteta, whether that be his lineup, his tactics, or his just general decision making. And that is why I just feel like the guy is not good enough. And I think he will end up eventually like a Frank Lampard. I think Arsenal will give him time. Whereas Chelsea, we already know Chelsea don't do time with managers unless they're winning things. He will get a lot more time at Arsenal, Mikel Arteta. There's no question about that. But we'll wait and see what happens. And he'll definitely be here till the end of the season. There's no question about that, unless something goes drastically wrong again from here on out. But yeah, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Red Lucifer says, Leno, Cedric, Holding, Louise, Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, Partey, Xhaka, Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka, Martinelli and Laka. Chris says, Leno, Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, Louise, Holding, Cedric, Partey, El Neni, Martinelli, Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka and Lacazette. Very, very similar lineups there. I'm happy to hear that you're all okay. Thank you very much, mate. appreciate it. Big up to you. Come on, you Gooners. 11 wraps. Yes, you're right, mate. Come on, you Gooners. 100%. Chris also says we must be back in the Champions League. I agree. But we must be competitive. I don't want another Bayern Munich scenario. 100%. Again, I agree with you. At the moment, I wouldn't want to see us in the Champions League as such, because I think we'd struggle to even get through the group stages. However, Champions League football can attract better players. But again, getting Champions League is all well and good if we go on to invest properly in the squad and get the players in that we can get in by having Champions League football. The biggest mistake that we made under Arsene Wenger is we consistently qualified for the Champions League, but we never really improved our squad when we had that extra money coming in. And it needs to be done. It needs to be done, because otherwise we're going to be back where we were again. And look, I don't blame everything on Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is not the sole problem at Arsenal. I've been saying this. But for me, he has to try and get us Champions League football with these players that he has, and a few new additions to the squad as well, you know. And once he's done that, if he can do that, then we can all start looking at the board properly and saying, right, you guys need to invest now. You need to make sure that we are consistently competitive in the league, that we are consistently competitive in the Champions League. We can't have another 3, 4, 5 years out of the Champions League. We can't have another 3, become a bit like a Liverpool did, where there was in and out of Champions League every sort of other season, although they have won the Champions League. The lineups are out. And I'm going to run through it with you guys. So, of course, nobody needs to really guess this one. Of course, we've gone with Bernd Leno in goal. Yeah, what can I say? There isn't anybody else. Matt Ryan is a backup goalkeeper. Leno's done all right, and he is our first choice. So there you go. We've gone with the fashion model at right back. Now, I don't know. I mean, he was crap. At the weekend. Absolutely dreadful. Didn't get forward at all, and he just, he was darn right crap at the weekend. So he needs to have a much better game than what he did at the weekend. Because pathetic performance once again by him. It needs to be a lot better today. We've also gone with centre-back pairing of Rob Holding. Again, had a very, very poor performance against Southampton, and he needs to improve today. And then next to him, we've gone with David Luiz. That does not surprise me. Gabriel was, you could tell he was off the pace. Pablo Mari's obviously injured. And there isn't really anybody else. And to be fair, in recent weeks, David Luiz hasn't done too bad. So I'm not going to argue with that one. Kieran Tierney is out, guys. Kieran Tierney is out. He hasn't made the first 11 because we've gone with Cedric at left back. I didn't like him playing at left back against Southampton, although he got forward very well. His crosses were well overhit. He needs to be a lot better with his crosses today. He needs to be a lot more accurate with them. He didn't really look comfortable on that left-hand side. You could tell when he was moved over to the right-hand side after about 60, 70 minutes. He looked so much more comfortable there. But at the end of the day, I'd rather see him there than anybody else. Although we do have Ainsley Maitland-Niles, I just genuinely don't think Mikel Arteta fancies him, and I just don't think that he's going to be here come the end of the summer anyway. I think he will probably move on. Of course, we've gone with a midfield two of Granit Xhaka, very, very poor again against Southampton. But he was partnered with El Neni, and I've said it before, them two players, when you partner two players who like to slow the play down, they look horrendous, and they did. They looked absolutely horrendous. Both of them passed the ball sideways. Both of them passed the ball backwards. Both of them slow the play down. And Granit Xhaka was awful, awful. Along with El Neni, he was awful at the weekend. But luckily today, he is partnered with this guy, Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey has been excellent every single game that he's played for Arsenal, which is not many of them, to be fair. And we need to start giving this guy a run of games now. We need to start integrating him into the first 11 properly, because you can see the difference in quality. This guy has bags and bags of quality and ability. And when he's playing next to Granit Xhaka also looks a lot better. Not that he's the answer, but he looks better. And yeah, I'm happy with that midfield too. Of course, in the number 10 role, there was no doubt in this one. Emile Smith-Rowe, he had to come in. Willian was shit again at the weekend. Didn't want him anywhere near this team. And of course, Emile Smith-Rowe has been excellent since he's come in. Hopefully, he can continue that form. I don't know what more I can say about him, to be honest with you. Of course, Aubameyang is out. He's got some family issues. So we have gone with Bukayo Saka on the left, by the looks of this. Although it could be switched either side, to be fair. But it looks like we've gone with Bukayo Saka on the left. Again, he came off the bench against Southampton at the weekend, and you could see the difference. The boy has bags of ability, bags of quality. And I've said it before, it's quite embarrassing, really, that we're relying ultimately on two kids who are just coming through, who are still learning their game, to get us out of jail, really. And then, of course, on the right-hand side, we've gone with Nicolas Pepe. Now, this guy needs to get his finger out of his arse. Since he's been at Arsenal, not good enough. £72 million we paid for this geezer. £72 million. And he's been whinging a little while back about the lack of game time. He played at the weekend. He was poor. And he's got the opportunity again today, mainly because of people being out and injuries and stuff like that. So now's your time, Nicolas Pepe. You've got to take this opportunity, because if you don't, then you shouldn't feel aggrieved about being left out. And I've said it on numerous occasions. My personal opinion is I would sell him in the summer, even if it meant making a loss, because at the end of the day, you'd still get 45 million pounds for him. But you know, you know, I don't know. I don't know about this guy. It is what it is. And then up front, we've gone with Alexander Lacazette. I was surprised that he didn't play at the weekend. I was surprised that he didn't start at the weekend. The guy's been scoring goals recently, and he's looked all right recently as well. He links up the play well, holds up the ball all right. And yeah, I'm pretty surprised that he didn't start at the weekend. But then again, Not really either, because Eddie Nketiah, as we all know, is Mikel Arteta's love child. And hopefully Lacazette can bang one or two again today. The bench, I'm just going to read it out real quick. We've gone with Matt Ryan, Gabriel, Willian. Willian don't even deserve to be on the bench. He's very lucky. Maitland-Niles, Chambers, Elneny, Willock, Nketiah, and Martinelli. Now, I look at that bench, and there's only really Martinelli who can come on and change the game if things ain't going right. So we need to make sure that we're on it from minute one today, because too many times I see Arsenal start so slow, so lethargic in the first half, and then we rely on a bit of a performance in the second half for us to go on and win the game, and we can't afford to do that today. We can't afford to do that today. There's, like I said, there's only really Martinelli who can come on and change the game. You can look at Willian, yeah, because he does have the ability to do it, but he's just dog shit. He's just dog shit. He's come here for a payday, and that is it. I'm going to get into a couple of your comments, guys. Jesus Christ. There's a lot here. Best ever signing in the last 10 years and worst ever Arsenal signing. Last 10 years, let me think. We're 2021 now. From 2010. God, Jesus. Worst ever signing since 2010. You could chuck Mustafi in there. You could chuck Schillaci in there. You could chuck... There's a lot of them, to be fair. There's not many best ever signings. You could go with Alexis Sanchez. You could go with Aubameyang. You know, he's been up there as well. Yeah, no, that's a good question, mate. A very good question. Chris says, "Oh my God, Bellerin." So he's going to be captain tonight. Yeah, that's interesting, actually. I wonder who does get the captain's armband. It probably will be Bellerin or Holding. Unbelievable, really. This man is clueless. Why is Bellerin starting and Cedric on the left? Don't ask me. I don't know. Makes no sense. But there you go. We're running low on options. In all fairness, we're running low on options. Tierney's out. He's not even on the bench. But there you go. I'm sorry, but Arteta is nailing his final nail in his coffin. It will be. It will be if he loses tonight. It will be. I agree with you on that one. Everybody's going mad in the comments about Bellerin. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks he's shit. Oh, Bellerin, bloody Bellerin. Surely Arteta knows how shit he is. They played in the same team. He has his favourites, this manager. And do you know what, right? It's probably because Bellerin played in the same team as him as to why he gets picked. Because I can't think of any other reason as to why he would be playing, you know? Unless he's got nudes on the manager, and that's about it. There isn't really any other reason why. Is Cedric at left back? It looks like Cedric's at left back. Although, again, it could change. You could play with Bellerin at left back and Cedric at right back. I don't know. We'll see how he sets his team out. Yeah, he is. Chris Arteta is clueless. Chris is not happy about Xhaka either. I don't mind Xhaka as long as he's next to Partey. But again, Xhaka's another player who needs to be sold in the summer. No question about it. Leo says, Deadweight FC, honestly, 100%. Red Lucifer says Cedric was awful at left back. He was at the weekend. He needs to up his game. Leo says Willian should be charged with fraud with the contract that he's on. He should do. You're 100% right about that. Chris says, what about Martinelli? Martinelli is on the bench. He's obviously not fit enough to be starting, and that's probably why he got dragged off at the weekend, but again, makes no sense. Leo says Pepe is just as shit as takeaway. Pepe's every time he play or you order a takeaway, you want a refund straight away. So he left Martinelli on the bench. I would have left Pepe and give Martinelli a chance. Yeah, again, I agree with you. But again, we don't know how fit Martinelli is. I'd rather Martinelli is rested a little bit and we don't push him too hard because we don't want him to get injured. Probably resting Martinelli for the United game at the weekend. Mate, we're going to need a miracle to beat Manchester United at the weekend, and I'm not even joking about that. Getting in on the debate here. Look, Sanchez. Chris has gone with Ozil. Lacazette will get the armband, AFC04 says. Hopefully, but I think it will end up being Bellerin or Holding. It has been before, so I can see either Bellerin or Holding getting the armband. Maybe even David Luiz. Who knows? I think Bellerin used to stay with Arteta when he first came. Yes, he did. You're right. They did live together at a point. But like I said, that's probably the only reason he gets into this team, because them two are best friends. Because there ain't no other reason. Apart from unless he's got nudes. He must have nudes. Put Saka on the right and take out Pepe, put Gabby on the left. Yeah, again, that's something that I would have done personally. But again, I'm not the manager of Arsenal Football Club. I'm not the one making decisions and getting paid £6 million a year to do that. Mikel Arteta is. So we'll wait and see. It must work. We need to win today. I said Ozil for the worst ever signing, Brandon. I don't know about worst ever. I mean, he's back, yeah. In recent years, I don't know. He's definitely not in the best category. But I wouldn't have said that he was in the worst either. We've had a lot of worse players in that. Javinho, fucking Yaya Sanogo, man. Yeah, we've had a lot worse players than Mesut Ozil. At least Mesut Ozil actually contributed a little bit. Come on, you Gooners. 11 Raps says best. I'd go with Shamak and Bentner, of course. Who wouldn't? Shamak and Bentner. Jesus. Yeah, we've had some great players at Arsenal. My word. Andre Santos. Jesus. Philip Senderos was before 2010, but you have Philip Senderos, Pascal Sigan. My word. Stepanovs as well. Jesus. I knew Ozil didn't work out for us, but he was nowhere near the worst. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, AFC04. I agree with you on that one. So, guys, that is it. That's my reaction to the starting 11. My prediction for the game, I'm sticking with it. 2-1 Arsenal. I think it'll be a close game. I think we will win. I fucking hope so anyway, because I'm doing a watch along and you might see me losing my shit. But there you go. Francis Jeffers, seriously, my cat is better at football than that geezer. Yeah, he was awful as well. So yeah, guys, make sure you come and tune in. 8:10. So in the next 40 minutes or so, for my watch along, and I'll see you there. Big up yourselves.